Talking to the adjuster. Now, there's a lot of good reasons to talk to an adjuster. Obviously, if you don't have your own attorney, you want to get your case resolved, and the insurance company hires an employee called an adjuster to adjust your case to make sure that they're giving you the correct compensation for your injury. Well, the problem is that adjusters don't work for you. A lot of times people think, well, this is my adjuster, they're here to get me compensation, they work for me, they're going to do what I tell them to do. Well, in reality, that's not really the case. They work for the insurance company and they don't work for you, and so they're generally there to poke little holes in your case. Now, sometimes this isn't the case, but I'd say, you're never really sure, and it's always best to maybe get a lawyer involved if the issues are complicated. For example, your own adjuster, if you have no fault, will want to know a lot of things. And one of the things they want to know is if you have coverage. And they may ask you a bunch of confusing questions about when you bought your insurance, who you're living with, what you said when you applied for your insurance, all in a way to kind of trip you up to make it so you don't have insurance, even though you paid for it. And you won't even really know where these questions are coming from or why they're asking them, and you may answer them in a way that you haven't really thought about, and you'll be taken off guard, and then you might be left with no insurance. And if you're talking to the adjuster for the at-fault vehicle so that you could get benefits for pain and suffering, well, they might ask you some leading questions about how the accident happened, or about when you reported your injuries, or how bad your injuries are, and if you answer incorrectly, they're going to put a demerit in your file, and they're going to list you as having a case that's worth less. And not to mention, adjusters don't generally take unrepresented people as seriously as they would with those who have lawyers. These are the main reasons why you want to get a lawyer and why you wouldn't want to talk to an adjuster. Now, not all adjusters are going to do this, and if your accident's very clear, if there's no question about liability, there's no question about insurance, there's no question about how bad you're hurt, maybe you can talk to the adjuster without an issue. But in my experience, most cases there's issues in multiple areas, and you may not even know what those issues are. So talking to the adjuster can be done. I don't exactly recommend it. I think that you should get an attorney to help you out. That way you can make sure that you're saying the right things, that you're not going to fall for a trap, and that you have the best chance of getting the most compensation for your case.